maybe. Howdy, folks, and welcome to episode 191, another Paint and Chat, and we have a special guest.
What's up?
Mr. Wardrobe himself,
And
Toddy, and the McMurray. They're playtesting a game for a certain event in March. So we're going to be watching that. They're going to be muted.
get a
for
camera
most
up
of the
here
time.
to look at the table.
Yeah. So while Reese and I are chatting, we'll be able to get to see Toddy and McMurray putting together something for March to Victory.
Yeah,
So that's exciting.
Yep.
Speaking of March to Victory, which is brought to us by Wiley Games, right now, for the next, I think, 2.5 days or so, they're running a 20% discount, 20% off sale on everything in the fantasy line. So the three, the cards, the dungeon deck, etc. So if it is fantasy related, it's under the fantasy tab on the website. You're going to get 20% off for the next 2.5 days. I believe it runs through midnight Friday, I'm thinking. So now, if you have joined their email thing, then you're going to already know about this. And to do that, all you have to do is buy something and check the box, say, hey, I want to join your email thing. So that's what's that. But yeah, head on over to wiley-games.com. Get 20% off of all of the fantasy stuff.
You're unmuted.
One other way to get the email is you don't have to buy something. You can just do one of the free downloads and check that box when you go to check out.
Yeah, so they got Might and Magic, or Might and Melee, Magic and Mages, and Monster Magic and Mages, and Monsters and Mazes, all for 20% off right now and through the end of Friday, I believe. Midnight Friday, Central Standard Time, USA. So go check it out. It's good stuff. So do that. While you're perusing the fantasy books and you're painting up your orcs and your goblins and your elven archers and the whatnot, you're going to want to be able to base them and make them look spectacular. So head on over to Geek Gaming USA. Yeah, geekgamingusa.com and pick up your base ready material of your choice and your bottle of fast drying basing glue. Stuff's great. The product is great. The guys are great. And in the notes when you order, say something about, hey, you heard McMurray talk about it, or you said, hey, I saw it on Chronicles of Not Jay, and if McMurray packs your box, he'll add a little something that won't overly affect the customs, like, fruit flies or anything like that. So there you have it. That takes care of our sponsors for the evening. So let's go ahead and take a look at what some of our viewers are saying. Telemachus came in early and says, a fool contributes nothing worth hearing and takes offense to everything. Aristotle. So true. Richard Keenan's in the house. And evening. How you doing, Richard? Charles, I'm more or less here. Well, that's better than not. Hey, nerds. says Chris Long, eh? How's it going, eh? Going pretty good. What's Todd playing? I don't know what he's playing other than it looks to be 15 millimeter, possibly. Yeah, that's 15 millimeter. And he and McMurray are playtesting something for March to Victory. I'm betting it's going to be something World War II in Northwest Europe.
You want to tell him? I got it.
No.
I'm unmuted. Oh, what? I can tell the rule set? No.
Okay. Guys, we're playtesting a rule set called Iron Cross.
From the Great Escape games.
Where's the? They were sitting there. It is. Iron Cross, and we're gonna play it tonight in 15 mil.
All right.
Oh yeah.
I apologize in advance for any weird shots you get of body parts or anything weird. I apologize in advance, or maybe give Chris a tip if you see something you like.
There you go. There you go. Mandarin Mike's in the house saying greetings, folks. How you doing, Mike? Glad you could join us. Mutt is in the house. How you doing, Mutt? Big Murray, we've got a question for you. Is the Epic Basing Ready Mix up on the site yet? I looked a while ago, but didn't see it. So we'll give him a chance to answer that here shortly. And then Iron Cross is fun in 3 millimeter and 6 millimeter. So there you have it. I'm sure Todd McMurray will give us a full rundown of what they liked or didn't like about it at some point in time. Like I said, they are playtesting this for March to Victory. Current information that we have on that right now is it is the it is the last weekend of March. Yes, that means it's the same weekend as Adepticon. Deal with it. You want to come to Kansas City anyway. Chicago sucks that time of year. So we got that going for us. And then Reese is working on 3 millimeter aircraft for this weekend. He is journeying north and east from Northwest Arkansas to West Central Illinois to join me and various others to the CJ3 gaming event that is happening this coming weekend. Unfortunately, we're not going to get a sighting of McMurray or the Wardrobe. Unfortunately, both have prior commitments, and that's life, and that's okay. We get it. It does hurt our feelings a little, but hey, we're big boys, right? But we are going to have some fun. Reese is bringing his Vietnam and Korea jet fighters to play a simple aerial combat game, which it was loads of fun with P-38s and P-51s and Zeros and the whatnots. So I can only imagine it'll be even more fun with the ever grand and grandiose MiG-15s and F-86s and to the stuff of that nature. My buddy Chris Copeland's going to be there. He is bringing his Fistful of Lead Battlesuit Alpha mechs and monsters. So we're going to have Big Stumpy Robots and Kaiju going at it. My brother Jay is going to be bringing quad tractors for What a Tractor. He got sidetracked into having to install shelving and cabinets into his freshly renovated walk-in closet. Finally, 18 months after the fire, they're finally getting it back together and taken care of, and he got that set up so he did not get as much as he wanted done tractor wise for what a tractor. So we'll probably just be playing with Chiweethles and Altheans. But it's still going to be fun because who doesn't like anthropomorphized anteaters driving heavily armored farm equipment? So, and then I am going to be bringing World War 85 Storming the Gap. Do a little one-on-one gaming. I think I might even be able to pull off 2 games at the same time. Two the smaller scenarios. I might be able to pull off two little scenarios at the same time. We'll see. I don't know. And then I'm going to be bringing a board game that it's a board game. It's actually a card game that spreads out all over the place. It's called Airlines, and it's a game that I really enjoy. It's have a lot of fun with it. Basically, it's you're the CEO of an airline, and you're doing your best to have the most profitable airline amongst your opponents. So I have fun with it. So, and we got the menu set. The menu is really good. We got a savory breakfast casserole on Saturday morning. We got chili and cornbread for Saturday lunch. A full brisket barbecue dinner, and then a French toast casserole for Sunday morning. So it's going to be a blast. I think we got 7 or 8 of us are going to be there. So good little event.
I did get permission to leave after morning chores.
Hey, all right.
So
and
I will hopefully be there about 6 o'clock, if not a little after.
Okay, outstanding.
So,
That's perfect. Just keep me up to date, and I will. We're probably it's probably going to be 6 or 6:30 when we meet up at Maya anyway.
sounds good.
So just roll on in to Maya, So
Perfect.
if you get there earlier, you can stop in at the barbershop and have Jay give you a haircut.
Probably need one. So
You damn hippie. So yeah, I gotta work till 5. Yeah, it's my weekend and I didn't set time off like a dumbass.
no worries.
So I work till 5. Copeland should be there right around 5:30. Burke will probably show up earlier than that and hang out with Jay at the barbershop. Eric is driving in from Springfield, so he'll probably be coming in right about that time also. Jay's buddy Tim Hoke is coming up from St. Louis. He should be coming in right around that same time as well. You are our long distance traveler this go around at 6.5 hours.
As long as I'm not taking a horse team, I should be okay.
The only cavalry I'm going to be dealing with is the 11th ACR in the game. So
Understood.
But yeah, it's looking to be a good weekend. It's actually not going to be too terribly cold. Friday is a high of 45. Saturday is a high of 36. Sunday's not going to be pleasant. It's going to be sunny, but it's going to be a low of at midnight it'll be 16. It'll dip down to about 11 at about 7 or 8 in the morning. climb back up to about 15 and start going back down. The low Sunday night is 8. So,
Fun times.
out there in chat land, what do y'all got going on? Chris Long, what do you got anything printing currently? Mike, what do you got going on? Anything exciting over on your channel? Charles, you got some orcs fighting something somewhere? No. Speak up. Let us know. Mutt, what do you got going? I've been seeing you've been putting up a lot on the on your channel recently. All of it's looking good. So jump in and let us know what you got going. What are you working on once you get these planes done, Reese?
After I get these done, I'm not sure. I've been going back and forth between painting up more 20 mil North Vietnamese and been thinking about doing something winter related. So I have a lot of figures that need rebased, and that may be what I end up doing.
There you go. Richard Keenan says he's gluing some Dark Age Irish onto his fingers. Probably not on purpose. I'm sure the Dark Age Irish are meant to be going onto a base, and they just happen to get stuck. Mutt says setting up Molino Del Rey war game, painting minis for the Analog Challenge. There you go. Now, something that my brother Jay and nephew got started this past week. On Sunday, we had a session 0, and then last night we had our first session of Fallout role-playing game from Modiphius. I'm running it as the GM, and Joey has a character named Shriek the Frog. Shriek the Frog is a mutant, obviously. He was a frog that got caught in the fallout, and the radiation mutated him into a large. When he stands, he's about 5'4", very strong, and plays a trumpet. Okay. Kids got an imagination on him, and it's wonderful. It's really great. How this frog learned how to speak English is he found a DVD of the movie Shrek.
Oh no!
So, he named himself Shriek the Frog. Excuse me. Jay's character, excuse me, is a survivor, wasteland survivor, settler. He hasn't revealed too much about his backstory yet, but he's we'll see how it goes. We've run the first act of the 3-act starter set that you can order from Modiphius. So if you get the starter set in hardback or hard copy from them, you get basic rule set. You get the 3-act campaign and pre-generated characters, and then cardboard caps, and then a set of dice. Well, I I found online a STL for the caps, so I printed them out and painted them on the resin printer. I did up 2 dozen. I did half with red with white script, and the other half white with red script, just to be different. And then they do have special damage dice that are blank, 2 hits, blank, 1 hit, and then 2 Vault Boy faces. Again, found found the STL, printed them, and they roll pretty good. They're because they're because they're resin and they're full. They're not hollow. They do roll pretty good, and they sound like a real. They sound like real dice. So I did also find the D20s. However, I'm having a little bit difficulty getting the yellow into the letters, and then putting the blue back on them. It's a bigger pain than it's worth, but I'll get it done eventually. But yeah, they're it's a fun set of rules. I just bought the PDF version of the starter set because I got the dice and I made my own bottle caps. So that's where we are with that. I like how the game plays. I like that you're looking for successes. The harder something is to do, the more successes you need, and a success is based off of your own character's abilities and skills. You combine those together to get your target number. If you roll below that target number, you succeed. If you roll a 1, you get double successes. Unless it's a tag skill, then whatever your rating is for that skill, if you roll under that, it's a double success. So let's say you're going to shoot something, you use your agility and small guns. Let's say your small guns, you really have poured a lot of points into it, and your small guns is 5. And it's a tag skill. So instead of a 1 giving you double successes, a 5 or lower gives you double successes. So pretty cool. Pretty cool. Let's see. Charles says, been doing a lot of family stuff, getting to spend a lot of good fun time with the grandson, 7 months now. Outstanding. Within the next year, you should have a paintbrush in his hand. I'm just saying. Chris Long says, printing some parts for printer upgrades, testing ludicrous speed. And yes, that's what the speed setting is called. Nice. The real question is, will it go plaid? And if you get the reference, outstanding. And he says the Fallout RPG is fun. Yes, it is. I like it. Charles says, need to clear the back table for some ogres, trolls, and giants action. Nice. And reading the rules for the Forever War game, like the book, I want to start playing tomorrow. Now, when you mean the Forever War like the book, are you talking about the Forever War by Joe Haldeman? Because if so, what's this game and where can I find it? Nord's in the house and he calls dibs on Lone Star. There you go. Okay, tell me more about this, Charles. I need to know. Chris Long says, "Barf." Not in here, you don't. Again, if you get the reference. So I can officially not care about college football for the rest of the year, although there's only one game left, because my Longhorns did get taken out back and dog stomped by Ohio State. Hopefully, and see, this is one of those situations where I hope both teams lose because I can't stand Ohio State and fuck Notre Dame. Mandry Mike says Mayfair Games, 1983. I guess that's the information. I guess that's the information on the Forever War game from Mayfair Games, 1983. All right. Nordic says my super meds are making me dizzy as hell tonight. Sorry to hear that, buddy. Hexy's in the house. Sup, Muppets? How you doing, brother? Hope all is well. Psst, targeting Texans. Yeah, well, I hope the Chiefs do annihilate the Texans like they did the last time they were in the divisional playoff game. But I'm hoping that they don't fall by 24 points just to, end up beating the snot out of them. Let's just be beating them from the word go. Constantly feeling like I'm drunk without actually drinking. Stupid meds have me dizzy. That's no good. Charles Latorre says, Mayfair Games, long time out of print. My copy counters are somewhat shite. Would have blown call ASU would have won the game. No, they wouldn't have because there was a targeting that didn't get called by ASU. So sit down. Chris Long's happy to see Mr. Hex. Mr. Hex is happy to see Mr. Long. Noble Knigget Games is a copy for $45. Scout Gremlin in the house. Nordic man, that's the worst part of being an aging punk. The drugs cost 10 times as much, are half as effective, and side effects are 3 times as bad. There you go. See, Hexy, I'll be getting the Rock of Chickamauga. I got in on late pledge. Outstanding. Good to hear. Whew. Excuse me. I am still waiting for my copy of not Fistful of Lead, World at War 85, Fire and Fury. I've got Devin haunting them on the regular to make sure. It was my copy was supposed to go out this week, theoretically, but now I'm hearing it might take a while for me to receive my shipping notice because the U.S. Postal Service is backlogged on getting notices out because of the winter storm that had hit. So, oh well. Okay, that is you, Reese. You got something buzzing. What do you got going over there?
My computer. Sorry.
Your computer. That's fine. No, you can. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't me.
If it's coming across loud, I'm sorry.
No, that's fine.
Let me try something.
It's better now.
Something. Okay.
Norg says I got charged for hoplites today, and I'm pissed. The shipping was nearly half the price of the game. Yeah, That sucks. Mine have not shipped either. They said I would be after all the pre-orders. Old Chestnut's in the house. I don't get to YouTube enough to catch these anymore, but here we are. How you doing, sir? Welcome. I'm glad you can make it. And then GMT sent Mike, Mandarin Mike, a notice of $352 today. Whoo, boy. I am currently waiting for them to charge me for like 32, 38 bucks. It's probably going to be a while because I am waiting for Silent Victory to actually print. Old Chestnut says, I still have no interest in painting, but since we got a 3D printer, my kids want to start painting. My goal is to learn how to glue the minis to a base. Outstanding.
Alrighty, guys, we got a quick intro to this.
All right.
Play
Yeah.
test scenario. We're not. This isn't the scenario that we played. It's just learning the game, which is
Sure.
again Iron Cross from Great Escape Games. But so what we've got is a German-held village up here. The Germans are in a blocking line along this road that you can see. They've got a couple light anti-tank guns, and then you've got two columns of American troops marching up these two roads here. So we'll see what we're doing. We got some bombed out buildings, a whole bunch of woods, as you can see, some fields, and then just some generic scrub. As always, the beautiful terrain of Mr. Wardrobe. But all right, so there we go. Looks like Chris is hacking up a lung right now.
What's going on? Oh, where's this?
So, God, look at that. This material really does look great on camera, Toddy.
Yeah, I like it.
And it's super soft.
From our favorite hobby store, Joanne Fabrics.
That's right. Yeah, it's the Wardrobe's favorite hobby location.
This episode brought to you by,
So,
not really, Joanne Fabrics.
yeah, they didn't actually sponsor us, neither did Great Escape Games. So again, we've got a whole company of Americans on this road, a whole company of Americans on this road, and we've got two companies of Germans along that road in a blocking line. So we will see how all this works out. Roads are covered for the purposes of this scenario. The idea is that this is Market Garden.
Oh, roads are covered? That's cool. So they're like elevated.
Yeah, because they are above the polder so that the roadbeds don't flood. So roads are covered.
That's awesome.
Yeah. What's up, Reese?
Not much.
What are you bringing to March to Victory, Mr. Reese?
I'm probably not going to be at March to Victory.
What?
The fuck?
That's
Why not?
That's potentially when I'm in Hawaii.
Why are you in Hawaii? That seems miserable.
I mean, my dad's taking us, so
Oh.
yeah.
Oh. Well, fair
Does
enough.
it sound miserable? It sounds kind of nice.
I get to spend the
Everything's
whole.
really expensive and it's hot as shit.
I get to spend a day at Pearl Harbor.
You're only vacationing there. Whatever.
I mean, ideally you would spend a day at Missouri.
I probably will.
And then, however many other days you need to spend at Pearl Harbor.
By himself.
Also, you should hang out with John Mollison. Also, I'm going to give you stuff to give to John Mollison because he won't give me his address because I don't want to ship and stuff to him.
What island does he live on?
I think Oahu.
Okay,
Enjoyable.
I'll meet up with him if you want to schedule that. We'll figure
Yeah,
it
it's
out.
Joy Wargaming. He's the fucking man.
That'd be pretty awesome.
He's
Yeah, that would be
amazing.
super cool. That would be super cool.
I've watched his videos for a long time, but never interacted before. So.
Yeah, dude. Long time listener, first time caller.
He inspired a lot of my campaigns and stuff. He's
As
phenomenal.
he should. What are movement rates?
So.
Good question.
Nord
All right, we're gonna-
Nord volunteers to go at my place.
There you go. Oh, yeah, duh.
So,
6 or 12. All right, we're gonna get moving. So we're gonna get moving here. I guess while Chris is incapacitated, we will continue to hang out and just kind of narrate what we're doing.
So they don't really. The terrain is very not discussed in here, pretty much.
Correct.
So
Correct.
you may want to have some kind of guidelines because people can get squirrely.
Yep. Well, that's the nice thing is that outside of Big Muddy, people don't get that squirrely most of the time. Other than Reese. Reese is a bit of a dick when he plays. I'm just kidding. That's why
I mean,
that was
it's true.
the best part about playing that Victorian airship game Nobody could bitch about terrain because we were literally just flying in open air.
There you go.
Yeah.
So how do you want to do buildings in woods? Like you want to be able to see all the way through woods, like Crossfire? How does Crossfire you see into the first sector? Maybe you should just do it that way.
I was about to say my gut feeling would be keep people out of woods, but if they do, it's going to be bolt action style where they block. If you're inside of them, you're seen.
So you block it. What?
They block, but as soon as you get into them, you're seen.
You're seen, but you get cover or not.
Yes. Yeah, you get covered.
I mean, yeah, because your cover's 5+.
Yeah,
Or unless you're in a trench or fortification,
then
which
it's
we're not
six.
having.
But that's only for that second round, anyways. So
Yes, correct. I guess for sight. So the road's blocked. You have to be right up next to the road to see you.
they don't block; they're just cover. So they'll give you that 4 or whatever it is.
I'm sorry.
If you're on it.
blocked, they don't cover.
So if you're those guys, will have their 4 for being behind that, or I could have them blocked. That'd be funny as shit. That'd be a dick move. We'll see.
I'm
Let's
just thinking
just-
about line of sight.
Let's just play them like normal right now.
Okay, so what do they do? I'm sorry. They
Just their roads,
Oh, okay. They don't do anything different.
because they should block line of sight realistically. Because
Or at a minimum, you could just make like that first road or something.
the club route, that makes sense. The big
Maybe
road.
just to make
Well, we'll figure that out.
Okay. And we stay in fields blocking until you're in it.
Yeah.
Because they were in season. So okay.
Correct.
All right. So I see. Oh, and so what do commanders do again? Besides providing extra things.
The first activation is always
I-
normal, right?
I didn't know this show was gonna be all about us, Sarah. This
Yeah, dude, this is awesome.
a lot of pressure here.
This is cool. Obviously, we've never played Iron Cross before.
I'm going to go
Well,
look for
I
a
played it,
missing
but-
F8. I will be right back.
Oh boy.
You shitting me?
Okay, so this is the Not Jay show featuring Wardrobe and McMurray.
Sorry,
Yeah,
guys.
but- Oh no, go ahead, Not Jay. Just go ahead and go. We're gonna run the show tonight. So we're. All right.
Todd's being a bit of a bitch.
You know, I like to take over.
The first activation, again, you don't have to roll for, right?
Correct.
It's only the second.
So are we? I don't remember. Are the troops have a? They can shoot 360. I think.
They can shoot 360. Your guns cannot. They shoot front.
Front. Okay.
And
Thanks.
again, the idea is
So-
for
so the
rifles to be.
Oh, sorry.
They're not on yet. Neither are mine. They will have to come on as reserves,
Oh.
which there are rules for
Yeah.
that I just read.
Let's use them.
It's just going to change which.
Let's see.
Oh, yeah, command is under their special.
So what size forces are you dealing with here? About a company?
2 companies on each side.
Okay.
So each stand is a section. So you've got 3 sections to a platoon, 3 platoons to a company, and then 2 companies on each side.
Meter Mike says, to appear that you know what you are doing, wield your measuring tape with authority.
Respect my authority, Mikey.
So the command is basically any, and we're going to say 6 inches instead of 12 because they say 6 inches on a 6x4 table.
And Reese,
Six-
Yes.
6
Nord
inches.
says he'll take your place going to Hawaii, so you can go to the convention.
No.
I mean, that's noble. That's throwing himself on a grenade for you there.
Okay,
That
so
is.
hold on, slow down there, bro.
Oh yeah,
When they move up, this guy's going to try to fire at you.
the anti-tank gun.
Oh, can they do anything to you?
I don't know, probably. I'd assume they
Okay,
can.
I'm going to mute you guys on my side now that Reese is back.
Sorry. Oh.
Oh. Meter Mike says depends on Reese's family. From what I understand, Reese's family is a pleasure.
They're good folks.
Yeah.
They stay out of your business. They don't push you around. They don't ask for much. They're very generous.
There you go.
So.
There you go. Obviously, they're generous. Pops is doling
Yeah, I
out the
know.
cash for a trip for however many to Hawaii.
It's quite the celebration for the family for a lot of different things. So
Good. I'm happy for you. I'm sad you won't be there to enjoy the gaming with us, but time spent with family is always
yes,
the way to go. How you doing, Hiss? Glad you could make it.
And not to be morbid, but Dad's not getting any younger. So
Well, that's why we've convinced Pops to spend all of his remaining Christmases with us. So, I mean, he is literally a 16-hour drive. So it's not an easy venture to go see him. And even when he's in Minnesota, that's a 12-hour drive unto itself.
yeah, it is.
And that's not counting us having to actually drive to Kansas City first to drop the dog off. Because
Oh,
Yeah,
and
we-
I got coverage for my dog too, so we're good on that.
outstanding.
So I don't have a little pup tagging along it. CJ.
Oh man.
We had to get an escape-proof dog crate for Leo because, well, he destroyed his old crate. So it's
Did he eat through it? Yeah.
it's about I don't know, almost 5 feet tall, like, and all the it's a monster.
Dude, that's not a crate. That's a
Yeah.
that's a holding cell.
Well, he's a little over 6 months, maybe 7 months, and is approaching 75 pounds and still growing. So
Oh, just a small dog.
get you just a little fella. I took a picture with my other dog in it, just with the door open. He's sitting there happy, and I'm next to it. And I sent it to the group chat, and I said, "Here at the Rock, we have 2 rules." And for those that got the Barney Fife reference, I knew they were cultured, and for those that didn't,
Nice.
I knew they weren't.
So, but we can see there that they're using the Wiley Games dice tray.
I feel like we're calling a sports game.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mandarin Mike has got a kitten in a box emoji.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Apparently, it is.
I'm gonna start building stat cards for this weekend.
Outstanding.
That way, you don't have to hand you a pen and a note card and say, "Hey, write this down before we play," which I know was pretty
Yeah,
janky,
hey.
but it worked.
Hey, for something that literally was thrown together,
Mm-hmm.
I had no problem with that.
I was like,
good
"Hey, I
with
brought
that.
all these aircraft. Y'all pick. I'll read you the stats. We'll roll."
Yeah, yeah.
Had a
That's
basic
a studio
briefcase,
apartment for the cat, the hissy cat. Yeah, I'm actually surprised. My door is open. Neither of my cats or my dog is wanting to be in here right now.
Hmm.
That is odd. So, I can tell you that spraying miniatures in the basement sucks.
I bet.
I'm not a fan. But I did get my Texas. Oh, there you go.
Get you one of these.
There you go. I just use a cardboard box.
That works too.
But I might get one of those. But I did get my Texas sprayed, and I did get my Missouri sprayed. And I should, in the not too distant future, be receiving the 1972 refit of USS Midway.
Awesome.
Mr. Hissy Cat printed that up for me because my Mars 3 Pro just wasn't big enough to get it done. Yes, I got Texas Spade. It needed to be. It's we've had about enough of them. I'm sure that Reese being an Arkansasian,
Arkansas or Arkansas, neither one.
yeah. Anyway, it would agree that Texas needs to be spayed.
I mean, personally, I'd hog tie and banned him, but
There you go. There you go. Meander Mike says you just need a professional paint fume enclosure. Yeah, I'm not going to go that too deep into it because I only have to worry about it for about 3 or 4 months out of the year. So the rest of the time I can. I don't know why people say they have so much problem spraying when it's 45, 50 degrees out. I do it and I don't ever have a problem. It has to be 73 degrees with a 54.5% humidity or I can't spray. Hog shit. I'm out there 45 degrees and it's not a problem. And I use the Krylon, flat white, flat black, whatever. It's like $6 for a can. Oh, I can only use the Army Painter spray. That's the only spray that works for me. I am not about to spend $20 damn on a spray can that is gonna last maybe a month. Bingo. Krylon flat. Or the Rust-Oleum Ultra Flat. I've used that also.
it's somewhere around here.
Yeah. So, yeah, I honestly, I don't get it. But, I mean, to each their own, right? I'm a gamer on a budget.
I airbrush with a dental compressor. So
Oh, with a what?
an air compressor out of a dentist shop that used to run their pneumatic tools.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure what you said there.
So I've converted this filling drill to shoot paint.
There you go. Yikes.
Ugh. No, Pa pulled it out of an old dentist shop, and the seals were bad on it, so we manufactured seals for it. The only problem is it rattles and it likes to walk away on you, and so you got to put your foot on it and hold it down while you airbrush. But it's a small price to pay.
Hex says he apparently never canceled his P500 on Normandy and got charged for it today. Nord uses Vallejo airbrush primer through an airbrush with my compressor and tank. No need to worry about any temp stuff. There you go. And apparently that one is the expensive one, Hex. Over $100 at the P500 price? Yowza. And then Nord says his shipping was $23 for a $55 game. Ooh. Yeah, I'm not. Total is $129. Oof. Yeah, I'm not looking too happy. Excuse me. I'm not looking too fondly on what it's going to cost to get that shipped. My game shipped to me. Hopefully, it's not too heavy. the Hunters isn't that heavy. It's coming in at maybe 3 pounds, maybe. So fingers crossed, right? Now, do they ship United States Postal Service or do they use a different shipping method? Because I don't know. I've never bought directly from GMT. I've only ever bought from local gaming stores that just happen to have them. Says they combined my order of 5 games, 1 plus 1 counter sheet, UPS, California to Washington, only $26. Okay, so they ship UPS. All right, that's good to know. And Nord says he's honestly going to consider canceling most of his P500s from GMT because the shipping really kills that price discount. So, I am working on a new project. It's going to be secret for now. Because I want to do, hopefully, I'm working with my brother on it. Hopefully I can keep him focused on it long enough to actually get it to fruition, as it were. But once we get a good amount of it done, we'll definitely do an unveiling, if you will. But it's kind of a mid-range goal where we got about 17 months to get it complete. So, yeah. Gator Mike says UPS or United States Postal Service, your choice. If they combine shipments, they try to use the cheapest. Okay, there you go. There you go. So, I noticed there is I was looking because this is the airlines game I was telling you about. It's by Avalanche Press. It's out of print, and they've got two. They got 2 sets, I guess you could say. This is the set number 1, and then they've also got the set number 2, which I did not get. But I found somebody that's got both sets for sale on eBay for like, I think it was $40, and I'm hoping I'm gonna talk to Don and say, hey, can I spend $40 and get both sets? It's a fun little game. I don't know if y'all have heard of it before or seen it, but like I said, you start off with the CEO, if you will, of an airline, and there's different airports. Like you've got SFO, and it tells you how many gates they have, how many seats you can fly in and out, and then also what region it's in, because there are different event cards that will affect certain areas. Like this one here is a severe summer thunderstorms that only affect the east. But you have to have a hub at one of the airports, and then you put up a gate at another airport, and then you play your airplane cards. Like this is a DC-9. It can travel up to 3 spaces and gives you 2 seats. So yeah, it's a fun little game. It's a card builder, a deck builder, I guess you could call it. Yeah, I know, Mike. Yeah, I know that the you don't need the first to play the second. I only have the first. I want the second. I've only been able to find one guy that's got it for sale, and it's both the first and second set. So I will have 2 first sets. Is all. I might give it away. Who knows? But it's a fun game. I enjoy it a lot. Nord says, Chuck, what games are you putting on your 10-game challenge this year? Well, again, I know I'm not Chuck, but I decided not to do it this year. Chestnut, no. You cannot get assassinated for jacking up prices to screw over the little guys while lining your pockets. Luckily, this was a game created well before that. Well before that was a thing. So, in fact, they've got price wars to where you or you actually reduce the fares. So yeah, it's interesting. It's a fun little game. Heck says he's already played all 10 of his. So you played what? Solitaire, Klondike, Spider. What else? Mike says, lol, Hexy, it doesn't start until this Sunday. Well, then it's not for the year 2025 then, is it? Because if you get a year to play 10 games and you're not starting until the 19th, I mean, that's almost 3 full weeks of time that you don't get to count. And if it's got to be done by December 31st, then you only have 49 weeks to play those 10 games. I'm just saying math, man. Math. And Hexy says he's holding his videos. Nord has decided to put 4 OSG, 3 GCAWs, 1 Battles of the American War of Independence, Blue Cross White Ensign, and Hoplite. Oh, I know who makes the rules, Mike. I'm just saying. Of course, he's going to have his 10 games done in by the 31st of January, because he plays 150 games a year. Charles says, Chris, need rules for 3 weeks. Oh, read rules for 3 weeks. See, that's the thing. I have a hard time sitting down and reading the rules. I've got to for me to learn the game, I got to play the game. And the best rules are the ones that are, in my opinion, descriptive, and you actually will read a section, play a scenario that just covers the rules that you just read. You read the next section, and then you've got a scenario that adds the new rules that you just read onto the rules from the previous. That's how all rules for games should be written. Probably go with the 10 that I showed on the video. Oh, don't forget it's 10 plus 2 games. So theoretically, you're supposed to be able to play 12 games, one per month, and the first month is 2/3 of the way gone. All right. You're still locked in for 10 games, but if you don't get to 2 and you want to play these other 2, then you can do that. All right, I see it. Let's see. The 2 alternates for Nord are going to be Flying Colors and Musket and Pike. There you go. There you go. So yeah, even if I did stay with the 10 games last year, I wouldn't have got the 10 games done because Fire and Fury didn't show up in 2024. Because I'm still waiting to get mine. Meandering Mike's list is my 10 games, a dozen strong. There you go. Outstanding. Excuse me. So, Nord says he's set up and ready to go. Got White Plains on the table, just waiting for the 18th. So this Saturday, huh? Well, we'll be playing some games on Saturday, that's for sure. Between eating some really good food. Yeah, I'm glad you're you're able to skulk out around noon.
Yeah, it's going to be going to be good. Now that's tentative, depending on everything staying together until noon. So it's been a rough week already, but I think I'll be okay.
Well, just you need to make sure that you got good hands to work for you.
Working on that. I've got one right now that I can trust really well. So,
well, there you go.
He's just 18, but man, he's a hard worker. So.
Uh-oh, bringing in the snacks.
I've
unmuted you guys. So what snacks you got there?
Utz pretzels, traditional thins.
There you go. It looks more like Barrel of Monkeys the way Toddy pulled that
What?
out. Looks like Barrel of Monkeys when Todd pulled out all those damn pretzels together.
Oh yeah, dude.
He pulled out a string of about a dozen. So how's the game coming along? Is it working out for you guys?
Yeah. Surprisingly well for the first turn of a game that I've never played.
There you go.
Double move.
Oh shit.
It was double moving.
9.
Oh, it's just 9, it's not 12?
Oh yeah.
No, he's telling you no in German.
You want to interrupt this guy? Has he moved?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're going back on mute for now. If you want to say something, wave your hand at me.
So let me understand. I'm asking you, like, you play.
Nord says I require Snyder's of Hanover sourdough hard pretzels. There you go.
Those are good.
Meandering Mike says, I have a how to play of, and I hope I pronounce this right. I pronounce it Ligny, Ligny, Ligny. I'm probably pronouncing it wrong, and there's supposed to be some letter in there that's silent. I don't know. Film for time. I need to edit it tonight. I'll start the full playthrough on the 19th. Ligny. Okay, so the G is silent. Let me guess, it's French. Nord says he's thinking he'll probably play Saratoga and Guilford after that. All right. It's in Belgium. Okay. Belgium, yes. Hissy is editing a video right now. Very good. I have been continuing painting. I got this much done on my crossbowmen. Basically, I've got the crossbows, the helmets, the boots, and the faces to paint. Faces and hands to paint. Shouldn't take too long, and then I can get them put together with the guys that I had already put together and get them on their bases, which would then lead me to just needing to get the pikemen done. I got 3 groups like this to paint up, and then my finish up with my paymaster. This is who I'm using for my paymaster. A little dwarven dude with I'm gonna paint the rocks up like mounds of gold nuggets, and then I've got the wagon, the pay wagon. That's gonna be painted up like a money chest. So once I get all that painted up, I'll have my 1,000 points done. I got a little sidetracked over December, but turns out that we're not going to have Joel with us, so there's not going to be a game of War Master, so I lucked out. Oh. So how many little Lego barrels did you end up buying?
Couple hundred, I think.
A couple hundred. How much? Now, are they official Lego or are they cheap
I believe
knockoff?
so. I bought them through like some sort of Bricklink or something. So they seem to be. So I'm looking for the.
The barrels don't have the Lego logo on them.
For some reason, I thought they did somewhere.
Nope. They would be on the pip, on the top, but the pip is probably hollow.
It is.
Yep.
Which allowed me to fold a pipe cleaner, jam it in there, cut it, glue it, to give 2 metal points to fit the magnet. So, yeah.
How, if you don't mind me asking, how much did that end up costing?
I think I spent. Well, hang on. Let me just go up here and pull it up real quick.
And Nord wants to know, why do you need a couple hundred Lego barrels?
Devious plans.
Yep.
So I ordered 8 of the 50 count, and that was $30.
All right.
And
8 of the 50 count.
Which is what, 400?
Yeah.
And then I ordered a couple sets of the black ones, a couple of the orange ones, and a couple of the red ones. So
All right.
just to mess around with different things.
Yeah, Mike, it's 1,000 points of light. It's actually 1,000 points of Dogs of War for my War Master army. I've got, as I have shown before, but I shall show again. Ow. I already have one unit of pikemen. That's 1/3 of that unit. In War Master, it's 3 stands to a unit. So let's do this here. So that is a unit for War Master. And then I have to have 2 of those. And then I have to have 2 units of crossbowmen. So here's the first unit. And they are going to go. I'm finishing up the second unit now. Then those are the only requirements I have to have, along with a general. I'll show my general here in a second. Then I took a unit of dwarves. And here are my dwarves. And they turned out pretty nice. Gave them blue cloaks. Those turned out nice. And then I took a giant, and that giant just happens to be a Japanese Onai. And then I also took a unit of ogres. I couldn't find any ogres that I liked. So instead I did up a unit of minotaurs. And then I hand painted the banner there. I think it looks pretty good. What were you saying, McMurray?
This motherfucker cheats.
Well, yeah.
He doesn't. He's a delightful person. We'll hop back on in just a minute for him to turn 1.
All right.
What?
Keegan, they are playing Iron Cross. They're running 2 companies each, American paratroopers against Germans in somewhere in Holland. Let's see here. On the subject, okay, back to the Old Testament. On the subject of painting, any reason to go with expensive paints for my kids to get started, or should I go with $10 24 color acrylic set? Go with a $10 24 acrylic set. You could also go with the apple barrel style craft paints. You can pick these up for less than $1.50. for 2 fluid ounces. To give you an idea, that's this is the regular model paint from War Master or Vallejo or whatnot, and this is the craft paint from Walmart or Joann or what have you. Like I said, probably less than $1.50 for that size. And that's the type of paints that I used for the longest time when I first started. So
That's mostly what I use, and I mean until like 6 months ago, 8 months ago.
and then honestly, for paint brushes, this was $5, and that's just about all of the different types of paintbrushes they're going to need. And if they get ruined, they get ruined. It's $5. I honestly, I'm not a good enough painter that it matters what type of brush I use. I know people that spend ungodly amount of money on brushes, but they also are, they also take care of them and use them properly. I'm just not that guy. Even 30 plus years into my painting career, I'm not that good to worry about spending. I cringe when I spend $5 on a single brush. I know people that have spent $35 on a single brush. Yikes. Nord also says either get a Vallejo starter set or go with the artist acrylic starter set. Yeah. Keegan's in the house, like we saw. Says, well, my daughter is in high school, but my youngest son is going on 9. Yeah, just if you've got a Walmart, if you're in the United States, go to a Walmart, pick up some of this stuff, pick up a couple of these, boom, Bob's your uncle. There you go. That's honestly, that's your best bet. Keegan, thank you. I appreciate that. Exactly, yeah. Start with a set of Apple Barrel craft paints or similar. Hissy says, I started to teach my granddaughter. She's 5, and I'm letting her use my paints. Brave soul. I thought it looked like Flames of War for a bit. Now they've graduated. Yes, makeup brushes are good for dry brushing. I can't find mine right now, which is a little bothersome. But the round, it's a round with a slightly rounded top. You can get them. I picked mine up at the grocery store for $2. So yeah. And then my back to my characters here. My general. Got him done, and then Gotrek and Felix, and then my Elven Sorceress, who my brother painted up for me. That's why she has a different style to her, because my brother painted her up for me. So yeah, there you have it. That's my Dogs of War for War Master. And I'm not a huge War Master fan, but my buddy Joel likes it a lot. And he's always wanting to play, and he's always showing up with like 3 or 4 armies, and I wanted to have an army of my own. So when he came, hey, let's play War Master, and I could say, hey, here's my army. Has anyone painted the Star Wars Imperial Assault minis? I have not. But my understanding is they are similar in the same type of plastic as the Zombicide. They're kind of soft plastic.
They're good.
Well, there you go. They're kind of that softer, bendy plastic, right?
I think so. I painted them for a commission. And I don't have them available. So
So you can get Blacrylic Student Acrylics mixing color set, pack of 6 color pints, $40. That's a lot. Um, I'm not saying that's a lot of money. That's a lot of paint. That's 6 pints of paint is insane.
it's all how fast you drink it.
I'm hunting for General Weiss and Admiral Thrawn. I cannot find them anywhere. Huh. For Imperial Assault? Does Miniature Market not have them? Let's go take a look.
Skullforge, their STL page may have that.
Okay. Rebel Assault. Okay, let's go Admiral Thrawn. Bloop, bloop, ba-da-ba-bum. Ba-da-ba-da-bum-bum. So apparently the only Thrawn they've got is Star Wars Shatterpoint, not accepting surrender squad pack with Admiral Thrawn. I guess Rebel. Did they discontinue Rebel Assault?
Imperial Assault was discontinued,
Imperial Assault. That's what I'm.
but it was discontinued.
Bum, bum, ba-dum, bum, bum, ba-da-ba-da-dum. Got the Royal Guard. Got the Alliance Rangers, hired guns, and all of it is out of stock. All right, well, boo, boo. Warmat says they're great minis to paint. $400. Holy criminy.
Yeah, once they're discontinued, they're incredibly
Oh,
underrated.
Jesus. Yeah, because it says Star Wars. Let's see here. Imperial Assault Thrawn. They're probably out of stock. Not just out of stock, out of print. Okay. Let's see. For sale. Yeah, whatever. eBay. Good gravy. Hey, $280, but it's free shipping.
Yep.
That's ridiculous.
I don't disagree, especially when you get the STL from Skullforge, and not that exact one, but you can get an STL from Skullforge.
Right. That's ridiculous. Amazon still sells the set and expansions fairly cheap. There's still about a dozen pre-assault packs you can get directly from Flipside Gaming. Some of the expansions are on nice discounts from various online stores. I refuse to pay more than 9 times the MSRP. Yeah, well, I would too. Yeah, that's the problem with being a Star Wars fan and them stop printing or making things. Let's see here. Do they have it sold out? Of course. Don't know if it's actually. Oh, it's on pre-order, which means you'll never see it again. That's a little shifty there, Board Games and More. Because people see that and they're going, oh, I can buy it for $19.99. I just got to wait for it to ship. Not how that works, bub. That's not how it works.
Just shooting you a link for an STL of something similar. I'm not saying it's perfect, but when that kind of stuff's going for that much, so.
Let's see here. And then you can print it at whatever scale you want it to print it at.
Exactly.
There you go, Mike. Take a look at that. My brother's in the house. Que pasa, nerds? How you doing? Still get them for $15. Where are you finding this, Mutt? Send a link. Let's get Mike the hook up here. General Soren is on its way in the mail. There you go. America's Gaming Store. Let's see what they say. Sold out. BoardGamePrices.com. Well, that's just... Yeah, whatever. Got no listings at the time. All right.
All right, folks, update. We're just after the end of turn 1. Sorry, I got excited and started going.
Yeah, go ahead.
So you can see my infantry have moved up the roads to this crossroads here. Lost a couple stands right at the crossroads. Todd's gun line is done. Oh, sorry, I'm pointing from far away from the camera and the table. So Todd's gun line along here, that's his defensive line. Did a pretty good job on my infantry that actually reached the crossroads right here. As you can see, I have one company kind of fanning out in this direction. The other company's coming up the road, which is probably a terrible idea because this is not a great crossroads, which makes sense. I did get a platoon of Shermans coming up the road behind me. Now that my infantry have discovered that there's pretty much no, now that they're here to take care of any infantry that might be in these woods. But, so we're coming up, and these guys are not doing great things. It's a Mike, I get it, laying down smoke is the obvious answer. It's just a get familiar with the rule set game. So, but yeah, so that's our turn 1 update. He's put I think he's dropped 3 of my stands, and I've dropped 1 of his. So,
There we are.
all right, we'll be back on shortly.
All right. So there's your update for Iron Cross. Yeah, fixed bayonets in charge, guys. Worked for Easy Company, right? When they went into quarantine. Anywho, so besides my secret project I'm working on, Mandarin Mike is looking for the Imperial Assault Thrawn and General Weiss miniatures. Tabletop Merchant. Well, let's go take a look. Tabletop Merchant. Let's see if we've got Thrawn on here. Now, does the Star Wars Imperial Assault Tyrants of Lothal expansion have Thrawn in it? Doesn't look like it. So they put him on the cover, but they don't put him in the box. But they do have some Loth Cats. That's cool. Yeah, that sucks. And then let's WEISS. No, WEISS. No results matched. Imperial Assault. They do have quite a bit of stuff, but obviously you're not gonna find Thrawn because he's everybody's go-to bad guy. Excuse me. You can get a Kanan, you can get the Zeb, you can get Hera and Chopper. Does not look like you can get doesn't look like you can get Ezra or Sabine though. So what's the purpose of getting those, the others, if you can't get those two? Got to get them as a whole set. And I'm not seeing a General Weiss there either. Yeah, that's a little janky from Fantasy Flight to put Thrawn on the cover, but not put him in the box. So actually, if I was to do the Ghost crew, I would do it in I'd do it in Shatterpoint scale because it's 2 boxes. Yeah, it's $90 worth of miniatures, but that's what, 6 miniatures. What does that work out to be? $15 a miniature. I mean, that's still kind of steep. Um,
You can get Emperor Palpatine for $13 right now.
yeah, I don't need Emperor Palpatine.
Do you need Sabine in Imperial Assault Scale?
I don't need her.
No, I was just saying if you were going to do it, I found her and Zeb for 14.
Yeah, like I said, if I'm going to spend that kind of money per miniature, I would go ahead and get him in the Shatterpoint scale.
Right.
So,
Or just get the STLs and print them at the scale you want.
right. I can't remember if Skullforge has all of them.
Let me go check because I had them pulled up. I'm trying to remember what they would be listed as because they're not listed under their names.
Right. It might be, some of them might be under Wizard.
Right. So, Wizard's Apprentice. They have, which is Ezra.
Yeah. Is the Ronin Wizard Warrior Kanan?
Um, I
Ronin
think
Wizard
so.
Warrior is Kanan. You said Wizard's Apprentice?
Yes. And then might do something under Nomad or something for Sabine.
Mandalorian.
Yes, but he would
Something to
call her a
that.
Nomad.
Mando.
Okay.
Let's see.
Exiled Valkyrie is going to be Bo-Katan. No. Yes. Okay.
Exiled Valkyrie is Bo-Katan. I guess technically the Mando series is just the Mandalorian show.
Right. They do have. I have seen a Sabine Skullforge though.
They've got the Phantom Leader pilot is Hera.
Mm-hmm.
I actually have a Hera. It was gifted to me. So I have no idea what Zeb would be under.
I'm trying to find that for you now if I can.
Let's see. It'd be great if he put him into a set.
Yes. Organization does not seem to be his strong suit. Cannot say anything, though mine is not as well. Graffiti Mercenary. Got it.
Graffiti Mercenary.
Is going to be Sabine.
GRAF.
Yes. FFITI.
Oh, there she is.
You got the Wizard's Apprentice, you got the Phantom Leader Pilot, you got the Ronin Wizard Warrior.
Yeah. So the only one you don't that I haven't been able to find yet is Zeb.
And I'm still looking for him as well. I have a feeling when we find him, we'll find him.
Right.
I forgot how good some of these early STLs were.
I love that he calls the Ewoks the feral Ruxpins.
Yes. Have you seen the ones with the rocket launchers and the all the stuff?
Yeah, that's the ones I'm looking at. He's got a rocket launcher. He's got one of them's got the blaster with stormtrooper helmets
Yes.
on the back. Yeah.
I'm gonna print those out at some point and have a fun little team.
Got the Guild Hunter Junka Finn, which is an otter with a blaster of some nature.
He's made some one-offs that are just his.
Yeah.
I am actually not seeing an STL for Zeb.
That's no bueno.
It
They
is
got the
not.
stupid hermit crabs.
Yeah, he's done quite a few. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. And I've looked hard, so that's annoying to me. Unless it's tucked somewhere and I just haven't seen it.
Mutt says there's 3D prints for Zeb on Etsy, which means somebody's got him out there.
Right. Maybe I overlooked him because I could have sworn he showed up in my inbox one day. I'm doing a little bit deeper search. I may be able to pull it up this way. Got him. Purple General.
Purple General.
That work for you?
It's him, all right.
So
Yeah, so they do have the full. I wonder if he was a part of the Patreon when I was still.
he may be.
I'll have to go look to see what I got.
We may need to converse about that too, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
So I'm still a member of his, and I'm getting all kinds of stuff from him. So
Star Wars Zeb 3D printing 35mm, 40mm for Star Wars Legion and Star Wars Shatterpoint board game war game. That's the title on Etsy. Well, there you go. Hi, buddy. You been napping? Has my boy been napping?
Have you seen the Scavenger Nomads?
Which one's the
It's the Jawas with all the weapons and droids.
nice? Yeah, I was on his Patreon, the second tier of his Patreon for about 2.5 years.
I'm gonna stay on it. I'm liking everything I'm getting. Oh man, I forgot about some of these Boba Fett STLs. I don't have those. I need to do one of those. He's my guy. Do one of those in 54 would be amazing.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I have done quite a few of his. Like, this is one.
Mhm.
Kit Fisto. He turned out really good. And then this guy. Why are you on my keyboard, cat? Come on, dude.
Zooming in on it for you there. Cat dislikes what he sees.
And then Kayada Mundi.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, his saber got bent somehow.
It happens with age.
Yeah. And this Bothan, he's gonna die. Dude, get. All right, I'm back. He pressed on whatever button is needed to pop up the settings for Firefox.
Nice.
Bastard cat.
Well,
I love him to death, but
I am.
you don't need to be on my keyboard, sir.
I'm looking forward to doing my 54 mil Star Wars projects this year.
Yeah. Then I got I printed and painted Baze Malbus
Yes.
with a vacuum cleaner of death.
I think that MacV Sog called those death machines.
Yeah. And then also did POW.
Awesome.
So I like his stuff. I couldn't at the time I disengaged. I had to make decisions on what to cut, and that was one of them.
I understood.
So I got a lot more. Oh, I got the Space Monkey. I think he turned out really good.
Yeah, I did.
I've got what's her number around here somewhere. Oh shit. The lead character, not Andor, the woman.
Mm-hmm.
I'm drawing a blank on her name right now because, well, I'm old, apparently.
Well, I don't think I'm going to have the VF-111s done by this weekend.
Thank you, Mike Jenner. So yeah, this is in the process of painting up Hera. She's furry. Okay,
I have the same problem.
okay. Are you gonna get up on my desk? Well, when I hold you. Okay. You're a good boy. So. Alrighty. Well, we're almost an hour and 50 in. I think I'm from Rogue One. Thanks, Mike. I appreciate it. Yeah, I've got her around here somewhere.
I remember.
Chris, you want a final update on this
Yeah, go ahead.
before you log off? So my my infantry have moved up into the trees on both sides. This game, I started with 18 stands of infantry for Todd's guys over here, as well as for my guys moving in. The way activations work, if Todd was feeling not charitable, he could really just kind of sit and activate as my guys walked in, which would kill the shit out of me. Attackers do really need to. There's a lot of games out there where even attacking, you can not necessarily outnumber the defenders very badly and still do fine. I feel like here you really need to outnumber people, because the only reason I killed that guy was because you moved him way out front.
Right.
But anyways, yeah. So that's where we're at. My tanks have really failed to do anything. They both failed to. This front guy and then this guy who's peeling off to my left flank have both failed their second activation test, so they're just moving on and not doing much. But so that's kind of where we're at. So, yeah. Sorry for not having a whole lot of interesting commentary.
That's
But-
fine. No, that's
Yep,
good.
that's-
And so Mike's point, they do have smoke. There's a lot more little chrome things that are in here, and you can also add a lot to this because it's pretty simple. So he could give himself some mortars or some other stuff, preliminary bombardment. So he could do some stuff to make the defenders a little weakened than what they are.
We're just, again, doing a basic starter game, the first one, and then we'll add
Add the chrome.
increased difficulty as we progress. Sorry I'm not able to bring this out this weekend. We're working, but yeah.
That's fine. We're gonna miss you, but that's okay. So, alrighty, guys. Thanks for letting us peek in on you there, Toddy and McMurray. Reese for
No problem.
You're welcome.
Reese, thanks for joining, and
Absolutely.
we'll be seeing you hopefully around 6 or 6:30 Friday afternoon, Friday evening.
Mhm.
Have dinner. Like I said, I think we've got 7 or 8 attending, including you, me, Jay, Joey, Copeland, and a couple others. So
Okay.
should be a good time. Good time. So, all right, guys. Mike and Mutt and Keegan and Hissy and Hexy and Nord and Charles and all the rest. Appreciate y'all coming on and watching. As always, you guys are absolutely the best. And until next time, we shall see you on the flip side.